Allison Maslan, she said, never settle in your life. My name is Miriam Gruber, and I just finished watching an interview with Allison Maslan, and she went through a time in her life that was the critical moment in her life where she made the decision that she was not going to settle in her life, that she was going to have it all and not live the stressful life that she was leading, which was literally a marriage that was unhappy. And though she was very successful in her career, she was just basically working herself to death and feeling very separated from what she really wanted in life. It really brought me back to 25 years ago when I was sort of faced with the same thing. It wasn't as dramatic, but it was a slow, ongoing unhappiness that was building in me. I had 8 children living in my house, and between the ages of 16 and 11. And my life was crazy. I drove a school bus 45 minutes into where I taught full-time, packed up the kids again and brought them back. And eventually it got to the point where I had children in 3 different schools. I was still teaching full-time and trying to figure out how to get children to Little League, to dance, to music classes, to high school musicals. And life was crazy. It was literally beating me to death with stress. Often there were days where I felt like I could write a cookbook on how to provide meals for 8 different children in 8 different locations so that they could actually have dinner when they were not getting home in time for dinner. And literally I was sometimes dropping off meals at the high school or sandwiches at the baseball field. And life was crazy, and I was not earning enough to really make much of an impact on our financial picture. So it was getting bad. And so one day, a friend of mine called me and invited me to a network marketing meeting. And I went to the meeting just because she's my friend, and I said I would do it. And little did I know I would fall head over heels in love with the products that they were providing. And I really liked the whole concept of this network marketing. It sort of opened my eyes up to what was possible in network marketing and having your own business. But there was no way I was considering that at that moment, as crazy as my life was, because I was so terrified to disappoint all the people who were counting on me, the people that I was driving their kids to school and teaching, and I just was terrified to look like an idiot if to give up all my college, my college education and everything. And so all of a sudden, I just happened across a book, and it was by Spencer Johnson, and it was called "Who Moved My Cheese?" It's written almost like a comic book. That book had probably the biggest impact on me that any single book ever did, except for maybe the Bible. But that book literally made me look at, why are you settling in life? Why are you so afraid of change that you are really living just miserably? And I was miserable. So after reading that book, I woke up one morning and I just, from the book, I got the message: if you're not waking up every single day and saying, hot damn, I'm alive, I can't wait to get started. And you literally have your feet on the ground almost before you know what you're doing. You're so excited to just start your day. And so I realized, whoa, that was not where I was. I wanted change. And so I went about, literally, I walked into the school that very morning that I woke up and I said, I can't be at 4 different places at the same time. I need to change something. I need to gather my flock back in, have more control over my children's lives, and to have more control over my life. And I handed in my resignation. And, Allison says, there's never a right time to change careers, to make change. There's never going to be the right time. You just have to do it. And, when your fear is blocking you, you feel frozen. And so, when the desire for change is stronger than your fear, you're going to just take the steps necessary to just overcome that. Now, so I decided I was going to start this network marketing business, and it was a real learning experience for me, and I enjoyed it for most of the time. But what I kept finding was, the search for new customers, finding loyalty, because there's always other products and companies that are offering other things, so you'd lose customers. And you would, in my inventory, you needed to have a certain amount of inventory. So I had shelves and shelves and shelves of inventory that was costing me money. My business was actually costing me a lot more than I was making. And partly because I couldn't market the business. The reason why is because in my heart and soul, I couldn't sell an in-home business when what I was actually doing was having an in-home business in other people's homes. I was away from my home almost as much as I was when I was teaching. And it was just, that really grated at me that I was literally away from home. Where I wanted to be was in home. I wanted to be at home. So I've managed to just limp along in this business for a long time, just enough to maybe pay for my own products, not bring in anything extra. But recently, I've come across an information-based company. This company has a vision that is just phenomenal. It's going to make a global impact in this world to do good for people. And I really latched on to that vision that they had. And, as Allison says, it takes courage to ask for help. And yet it's really smart. It's the smart thing to do. And I knew I needed help. So I connected with people who have already done what I want to achieve. And in this, I started getting the coaching I needed. And I've, hooked myself up with this company that is really amazing. It really teaches people how to use both leverage and compounding to literally create residual income for themselves. And I no longer have products I have to worry about. I no longer worry about inventory because it's not a product-based company. It's informational. And with this group that I've hooked up with that have been helping me and training me and bringing the best out in me, what they do is they provide for you a lead generation sales conversion system that literally allows me to leverage their online marketing expertise and use their system to increase my leads and sales conversions. It's like a dream come true. So they help me to get leads, to have the cash flow to keep the business going while it's growing, and to be able to provide a means to promote my sales for my business. So, if you want to make your fears go away, if you are not happy where you are, if you are not earning what you'd like to be earning, or doing what you'd like to be doing, having the freedom you'd like to do to be able to do the things you want to do, or live the way you want to live, face your fears and just jump through it. You're not going to make your fears go away. That's what, Allison Maslan says. They're not going to go away. You just have to face them and jump through them and get a coach to help you push you along the way when your fears seem too much. You can, really hook up with people who are going to help you. If you'd like to have access to this marvelous system that I'm using that is really helping to create residual income for me and create a business that I'm just totally enjoying working to build and growing it, then click the link below. And that's the first step in jumping through that hoop to face your fear and get going on the path to financial freedom for yourself. My name is Miriam Gruber. Make sure you click that link and, sign up with this, with my link here, and hit the bell below so that you get future notice when I put up a video. Subscribe to my channel, click that link, and let's get started helping you to create a life that you can really love.